So, we're a few days removed from the coronation of King Kendrick and the king of hip hop that happened on Juneteenth. And my mind has been raking over this because I think that there's just a couple of things I think people are misunderstanding about this whole Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef. And I'm wondering if people truly understand what is going on. So, first of all, I think that Drake is a phenomenal artist. Dude knows how to create music, knows how to create bangers. For a lot of people, they are that is their introduction to hip hop, Drake. And especially since hip hop has been taken to a global scale, even more so than the past 20 years, it's bigger than it's ever been, that it's transitioned to pop music. And Drake kind of spearheaded that part of hip hop. And I think somewhere along the way, people have lost like the true spirit of hip hop. Not in a musical standpoint, because I think it's thriving more than ever. But I think people forget that hip hop is a sport. Like, first of all, it's a sport. It's a sport that's unique in a sense of it is one of the few musical genres that people are super incredibly competitive in. And it's debated over who is the best MC of all time constantly by people who are enthusiasts about hip-hop, from Jadakiss, from Jay-Z, Nas, Eminem, Tupac, Biggie, LL Cool J, Run DMC, anybody from Wu-Tang, honestly, Method Man's a beast. So I think that Drake fans are kind of confusing the two of an artist and someone who is an MC, a rapper. I think at first Drake did try to become the number one rapper, but somewhere along the line, I think that he became so successful that whole number one rapper thing kind of took a back burner, especially since hip hop has taken such a drastic turn and a lot of changes has happened involving hip hop. When I was younger, people used to debate all the time about who was the best MC, not who made the best music. Well, that too, it's music combined with lyrics. That's why Eminem was always at the top of people's charts. But all people would always say Nas too. Like, Nas has put out phenomenal music forever. Speaking of beef as well, like Nas and Jay-Z had beef over who was the king of New York, just simply off of that moniker. People even had some beef in the South when I think T.I. announced that he was like the king of the South. That there was some rappers who took exception to it. It never boiled over to a point of being physical, but, or at least I don't think. I'm not that well researched in that part of the King of the South debate. But I think that this wouldn't have been a thing, just like Kendrick said, when Kendrick said, I like Drake with the melodies, not when he act tough. Because when we're strictly talking about hip hop, we're talking about MCs, we're talking about number one rappers, you have to have some semblance of authenticity. And I'm not saying Drake isn't authentic, but the lifestyle that he tries to portray is that of like an African American person, and that's just from an outside looking in, because I love the culture of hip hop. I enjoy looking at it, but I know that there are some differences in terms of lived experience between me being a Filipino person and someone who is African American that hits differently. Like, even though Kendrick's a good kid in Mad City, if you've lived in LA, has anybody who's lived in LA near like the ghetto or any kind of gang affiliated area, it doesn't even have to be a ghetto, you've been asked certain questions that like ring so true. But these are just my overall thoughts about Drake. I think that Drake is phenomenal, but I think from now on he should stop trying to claim that he is the best rapper alive, because simply off of the fact that, for one, I think he already disqualified himself after the ghostwriting allegations. That was a huge deal when that came out. People all the time say that it's not a big deal, everybody else uses it. Yeah, you're right, everybody else does use it. Artists from like Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, even like Selena Gomez probably, or like even Ariana Grande, Neo wrote a lot of hits for people. Bruno Mars wrote a lot of hits for people. But the difference is they're not rappers. Rappers have to write their own stuff to be the number one MC. Lil Wayne bragged about not having a pen. Jay-Z, same thing, not having a pen, because they just did everything off of the brain, which is incredible, which is like one of the rarest forms of MCing, being able to rap the way they rap without having to write anything down. Kendrick is King Kendrick simply off of the fact that he not just knows how to make music, but his pen is legit. And I don't know why people don't disqualify him for this whole rapping thing. I think as an artist, he's gonna go down as one of the best ever. For sure, one of the most successful ever. There's no doubt about that. Like, his discography, I think 13 number one albums, multiple hits on the charts, that's to be undisputed. But the way that the man's moving is very like anti-hip-hop. I know, for instance, right, people are always, one of the major points that I'm hearing online is that he put a lot of people on, from the Migos, different rappers that he's hopped on their tracks with to make them popular. But the main difference is that Drake is taking these people's styles. And in hip hop, if you take someone's style, you take the way they rap and their sound, you're basically taking their whole identity. And in hip hop, people have argued over flows, that the flow originated from here, argued over styles, argued over regional sounds. It's that's just the way hip hop is. It's so competitive. Like, I know in the Midwest, I think there was a lot of back and forth, I think, between, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's between Twista or Tongue Twista back in the day and Bone Thugs and Harmony, because of the fast way that they do that double time rap with their tongues. So I think hip hop is in a good place right now. I don't think J. Cole should have backed out, by the way, of the beef. Not even beef, just like friendly beef, like just friendly fire. I think it would have definitely been good for hip hop. But right now, between Drake and Kendrick, I think the culture has resoundingly said that this is the Kendrick dub, and the coronation is complete. So the West Coast is back up again. I think Drake isn't going anywhere. He's going to continue putting out number one hits, but I don't think that when he claims to be the number one rapper, I don't think people are gonna take him seriously from this point forward. And that's just me. But by the way, before I end this video, the West has always been up. The music is popping. I don't know if you guys are barely noticing it now, because some people are saying the West Coast is back. No, we've been here, first of all. Bino been here. Blast been here. Larry June been here. P-Lo been here. OGZ been here. YG been here, Dom Kennedy been here. So it's good now that y'all paying attention. But you know, like and subscribe to the video, and mostly subscribe. But the West is back up again. Love, peace.